Hey guys, it's Sam with 2M's and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. As you guys can see, I have a very special guest here with me. He is an amazing and crazy talented DJ and producer here to talk about how he's been, his music, and everything in between. Everyone, please welcome Gryffin. Woo!
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course, we're so excited to have you, Gryffin. So how have you been? How's life?
I've been good. I mean, life's pretty good. At least right now, it's been crazy year for sure. But it's been all right. I'm out in Palm Springs right now, which is like a couple hours away from LA, and I've been splitting time between here and Los Angeles, just working on music and kind of hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds cool. Like you're, still keeping busy despite like everything going on. And I can imagine that was your life too during everything that happened in the last year. But what was it like for you, especially as a DJ, especially as someone and as a producer who really works on like entertainment and music? How was it kind of adjusting to everything that happened in the last year?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a huge adjustment. I mean, I'm so used to like being at home for a couple days in the studio and then flying out to a show and like flying internationally, like around the world, and just like having kind of a crazy lifestyle. And then all of a sudden it just like stopped totally. Like for like 3 or 4 straight months, I wasn't supposed to have a weekend off in 2020. And then all of a sudden I had every weekend off. And like getting used to that was definitely a bit of a challenge. I mean, in terms of like missing fans, missing shows, like not being able to travel. But also it kind of gave me some time to like relax and like recharge a little bit and spend a lot of time with like friends and family, which was actually kind of nice. And then I really got to make a lot of new music. So I can take some positives out of, the whole experience.
Definitely. And I feel like that's all of us. Like we really had to adjust, especially in the first part of everything that was going on, but eventually, find things to do, find things to help us cope with everything that's been going on. But that's so cool. Like, you're still able to work on music despite like everything. So how is that also for you? Like, I know sometimes it's so easy nowadays also to like get creative burnout and kind of like not feel as inspired, you know what I mean? Especially not being able to travel, especially back then. So how is that for you working on music?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, I definitely went through periods where I felt like creatively not really there and like uninspired for a while. Like, I'm not going to lie. There were some times where I was like, man, I'm just not liking anything I'm doing, or I just doesn't feel that great. And then I'd go through periods where I'm like loving everything. I'm like, yes, like I can't wait to finish this. It was like very up and down. I feel like everybody was kind of up and down through it. And still kind of is, but it was like recognizing when the creative blocks were there and to like accept them and try and break out of the creative rut and whatnot. And then when it was good, like ride that wave and try and make as much as possible. So it's definitely been up and down, but generally I'm actually really happy with how everything's come together so far. So
yeah, I mean, it's really the waves of life, you know what I mean? Like up and down, it's like all the things that we have to go through. But you did mention like you had to recognize those like creative blocks and then like really get over them. So you know how everyone has their own way of getting over like creative blocks? Like what's your way of actually getting over that hump?
Yeah, I mean, I think Well, I've been playing a lot of golf, which is kind of
Oh
funny.
wow.
Yeah, like I live out here in like the Palm
Yeah.
Springs area. It's a really
Mhm.
big like golf area,
Mhm.
so that's become like a really big hobby of mine now.
Mhm.
Because I like it because I can go out and for like 3 or 4 hours, and I don't even have my phone with me. Like
Oh,
I'm
wow.
deconnected from everything, and I just like am
Mhm.
outside and like enjoying like being outside and just playing golf, and I kind of like
Mhm.
it kind of helps my mind sort of reset.
Mhm.
So that's been kind of like a fun thing.
Mhm.
Lately, I like play video games and stuff with friends and other
Mhm.
producers sometimes to like kind of get my mind off of just music as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, dude, those are like the two main hobbies that I've done lately.
I love golf. I love that you said golf because it's so different from like the energy at your shows, and then you go to golf. It's like
I know.
chill.
I know. Well, I am like I definitely go crazy with the shows, and I love
Yeah.
like being super energetic. But when I'm
Yeah.
actually at home, I'm like a pretty like calm, chill
Mhm.
person.
Mhm.
Um, so golf kind of like fits my lifestyle pretty well when I'm back at
Yeah.
home.
Mhm.
Um, I have like two different. I've got like my stage like
Yeah.
energy and showmanship stuff that I like. I'm really hype on, but then at home
Mhm.
I'm kind of like chill with my dog,
Yeah.
chill with my
Is
wife, like
Yeah,
play golf.
it's a chill life. I mean, with your voice, I feel like your voice is very calming too. Now that we're talking, it's like you seem like
Nice.
such a chill dude, and I feel that chill vibe from you, which is so cool. But you know, it's been a crazy year. I mean, people got into a lot of things like you with golf and all of that. But speaking of the past year, one of your songs actually like blew up also on TikTok, which you actually released like a while back, which is "Tie Me Down."
Yeah.
So how crazy was it for you to see like this song kind of blowing up again after it's been a while since you actually released it?
Yeah. It's been like a little over like 2 years since that song came
Mhm.
out, like coming up on three. It's awesome. I love it. Like TikTok is such like a funny platform in that it can like resurface like old songs, or it can like just give life to these records. Um,
Mhm.
but in such like a fun like social way. Like it's fun to see all the different videos that people have been
Yeah.
doing to tie me
Mhm.
down. It's been really cool. Like I'm very grateful for it, and I love every minute of it. I've always loved that song, and it's always been
Mhm.
like one of my favorites I ever did. So to see it kind of have like this new life is really exciting. It's super cool.
Yeah, for sure. I like TikTok really does breathe new life into songs that, you know, came out in the past too. But did you have like a favorite video that you saw where someone used "Tie Me Down"?
Well, I mean, I saw the original one recently,
Yeah.
which
Mhm.
is always funny to like watch the original one and then see like how it like morphs from there. Um,
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of cool dance ones. I don't remember like the actual handles of them, but I've like
Yeah.
shared some of them on my
Mhm.
stories. Like, there's been
Mhm.
some really cool dance ones. There's
Mhm.
been some like cute family ones.
Mhm.
Um, they're all awesome, honestly. Like every single one
Mhm.
of them just makes me happy that people are even like recognizing the song, and then to see
Mhm.
kind of their life through their video. It's like it's a really cool thing to like connect that way.
For sure. So are we gonna get like a Gryffin "Tie Me Down" dance challenge on TikTok, like from you?
Oh man, for me, I'm not a dancer. That is I don't know, we'll see. We'll see.
Mhm.
Maybe. That could be kind
Yeah.
of cool, but I'm not a very good dancer. It's gonna be
Mhm.
pretty embarrassing. But
It could just be like the "whoa" or something, you know? Like
yeah,
that's how
yeah, exactly.
it could be something like that. We never know. Life has a funny way of happening. So maybe
Uh,
one day we'll get to see that. But another thing we're looking forward to is your new track, which is "Best Is Yet to Come." That's coming very soon. So can you tell us more, actually, Griffin, about "Best Is Yet to Come"? Like, what is it about, or like what inspired the song?
yeah, I mean that song was we wrote that in really in like the middle of last year, late
Mm-hmm.
last year. It was starting to get finished, and we were just like really like feeling down and kind of just like in a rut with everything that's going on with the pandemic and COVID, and we just wanted to write like a more like uplifting, hopeful song to talk about like, you know, once we get through this pandemic and what's going on, like everything is gonna be stronger and better
Mm-hmm.
than ever, and that we can get out of this and become better. And once we get together again, it's going to be like that much more special,
Mm-hmm.
because we kind of like realize how much you miss like connecting with people, connecting with fans, like listening to live music again. And a lot of the song was just about like hoping for, you know, brighter days ahead. And we wanted to make like an uplifting, emotional song that kind of reflected that. And that's kind of how it all came together. And I'm just like really excited to put it out this summer because I feel like, at least in the US, things are starting to get better. And I'm hoping to continue to spread to other countries and whatnot. And I feel like this is a record that can hopefully like embody like the uplifting, hopeful vibes of, you know, like getting out of the COVID stuff.
Definitely. And I think that's something like everyone needs right now, a little uplifted spirits and all of that. I feel like, especially during the summer too, you know, where everyone is like supposed to be out and like enjoying the summer and all of that. So I feel like this would be a great way to reach everyone all around the world too. So what can everyone expect? Like, or also like, is there something new that you tried out for this song? Because I know like, with artists now, they're able to like experiment and try out so many new things, especially with all the time that they had in the past year. So was there anything new that you tried out for this one, this upcoming track?
Yeah, I mean, I think like I've been definitely making a lot more house music lately, actually, which is a little different from maybe the last like year or two. I've done a few house records for sure, but now I'm like really inspired by that kind of stuff, and heavily inspired by like Avicii on this track, actually. So it's the first one I really kind of like structured it a little bit more like the style that he used to make his music. Because I'm a big fan of his and always will be. And yeah, I mean, I think like there's some new guitar, like new guitars that I used for this record. Structurally, it's a little different. So, but it's like still very upbeat and emotional, which is sort of like my, I always try and do that with the music. So yeah, I'm excited about what people think of it. So.
Ooh, I'm excited too. Like a little bit of like house, but also a little bit of emotion. I feel like that's what people love. They love to sad dance or happy dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at home to that kind of music too. So we're so excited for that. But I'm sure aside from that, you've been working on a lot of different stuff too. So what else can we expect coming from you, Gryffin, especially in the coming months or even this year?
Yeah, I've because of this whole year I've been home, like I've made so much music, and gonna be putting out so much new stuff this year. Pretty much starting with this new record, Best Is Yet to Come. Like I'm gonna have a new record like almost every month for like the rest of the year. So yeah, I'm like almost done with album number 2. So it's like it's getting close, and I'm feeling really good about it. So a lot of music coming, starting in like next week, I guess. So.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's so exciting too. And you said like the album is almost done. So I mean, I know you don't want to spoil anything, but like so far with what you've done, what can people expect from the upcoming album too?
I mean, I think like like I said earlier, there is more house on it this time around. I think there's some familiar collaborators that I've worked with before that are going to be on it. And can't say too much, but I feel like it's got like a lot of similarities to my sound and what people know me as, but I do feel like this album feels a lot more cohesive even than Gravity did. And I think there's a lot of freshness on it. Like it feels like it's me, but it feels like a bit elevated from Gravity. So I'm really excited to see what people think of it. Like I'm really proud of how it's coming together.
Ooh, that sounds so exciting. I mean, I'm sure people love Gravity, but with this, like you saying that, you know, it's a little bit elevated, more elevated than that one. So I'm sure people are going to be so excited for this and for all the music that you have upcoming, which is a lot. So that's always something to be excited about and to be thankful for. But before I do let you go, Gryffin, do you have a message to all of your Filipino fans and everyone who wants to see you play but can't yet and eventually hopefully will?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to my music. And if you've just recently discovered me, like I hope you like the music, and I hope you like the music that I'm going to come out with. And for people that have been fans, like I appreciate the support so much. It means everything to me. So hopefully I can get back there sometime soon and play, like whenever it's safe. Like the minute it is, I'm gonna fly out there and play. But until then, like I got a lot of new music coming, and hope you guys like it.
Definitely. And we can't wait to have you over when everything is okay and everyone is safe already. But for now, we will obviously have to listen to your music online, which is something we're so grateful for too. So guys, to everyone tuning in, don't forget to check out Gryffin on all of his social media platforms and also to stream all of his music on the music digital platforms as well. So thank you, Gryffin, for hanging out with me today.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. This has been Sam with 2 M's and Gryffin. Thanks, guys.